Check, check.
Check, check, Corey.
We're good.
Hear me? So
All right, it looks like we're ready to go. Everybody to Bedford High School this afternoon, the home of the Bedford Bulldogs, as we get ready for Bedford varsity lacrosse action against the Concord Crimson Tide. I'm here joined by Brian Hubert, who will help me with the action today as we start the 2021 season after a long hiatus from lacrosse.
hey, Corey. Glad to be here. Happy 2021 to everyone out there. We have had quite a hiatus year. Very excited for some boys high school lacrosse back on the gridiron here at Bedford High School.
So we'll see the starting lineups come out here just in a minute. We'll see some adaptations associated with the ongoing COVID pandemic. I'm not sure if they'll do a handshake and the traditional meeting at the midfield, but the coaches bring their teams to the field, and we'll see how they approach things. We've seen some warm-ups here for the last 15 minutes. Concord was a little bit late arriving as their buses had some situations that caused a delay in their arrival. but they've had a significant warm-up now, and we'll get ready for action here momentarily.
Yeah, Corey, just another delay. I think we're all used to delays in our life here and there. So what's another 5 minutes? Not a big deal. But I think these boys are out here. They're very excited. They're ready to get back into some competition, and it's going to be a great day out here.
So as we know, many of the club teams have consistently played over the last 2+ years since a real high school season. And their stick skills have stayed sharp, and their lacrosse games have stayed sharp. So we look forward to seeing that this afternoon here.
Beautiful sunny day here at Bedford High School. It's around 53 degrees out. No wind whatsoever. We've got two teams here, very heavy on the senior, junior level. So it should be a really good tilt here today, Corey.
Some experienced teams, as you know. It's only, let's see, it looks like 4 sophomores on the Crimson Tide and no freshmen. And on the Bedford squad, they have 3 sophomores and 1 freshman. So senior and junior heavy squads here, a lot of experience coming back.
Yeah, I can imagine they're probably going to be, taking some of the wrinkles off here. Going to try to shake some of the hiatus, the winter winter coat here, as they say. But I think it's going to be a really nice time to get out here, start running around, start throwing the body. I think it's going to be a really good tilt, like I said. These guys are evenly matched here, both extremely well coached. Very good varsity programs here in New Hampshire historically, and it's going to be fun to see what they do as their first game of the season. Should be fun.
Yeah, we'll have to throw a couple jabs here and there at Coach Jeff Smith of the Concord Crimson Tide. He's actually one of our colleagues on the old man lacrosse circuit, so you might hear a couple of funny comments here and there about Coach Smith. All in good fun, though, as Smitty's been around the lacrosse circuit in New England and specifically in New Hampshire for quite some time now. Grew up in upstate New York, good lacrosse tradition up there, and he's leading the Crimson Tide. And then again on the Bedford squad, Coach Joe Hansmeyer has led a strong squad for several years now, so should be a good tilt.
Mm-hmm. Just going through the lineups here on the field. Talking about the starting lineups again. I think for both teams here, Corey, I think they have extremely strong lineups. Looks as though, as we talked about, many upperclassmen, a lot of experience out there. Very excited to see what they actually do on here. But here it is. We have our national anthem, so we are going to take a pause.
And we're back ready for face-off here as the teams take their field on the new turf here at Bedford High School. Certainly the football team played here in the fall, but this is the first time the lacrosse team will play on the new surface.
Yeah, it looks beautiful out there. Looks really nice. Looks fast. Hopefully these kids appreciate it.
Smell of fresh cut grass is going to be a thing of the past in the near future, but that's all right. It's true and consistent, less maintenance, and it looks great.
Now I'm excited about this, Corey. Now in the high school lacrosse game, did they switch the face-off rules as well?
A great question here. We'll have to see. So Zan Alberici is going to take it for Concord against Joe Michael. We have a hold on Bedford. It's going to be awarded to Concord. So they are quick into the offensive end.
Simple hold. Simple hold.
Sam Nickel approaches from the top side left. Spins it down. Right side even. Dan O'Brien spins it behind. Now they're back up top to Brody McGonigal. Going around the horn here. Probably going to go around 2 full times before they get into their play set. They're in an open.
Yeah, they're getting their open offense going on. Just going to try to get some of the rust off from the bus. Just going to do a little catch and throw in here. Try to get around.
Yep.
See what Bedford's going to be doing with the defense.
They
here.
shift into a 1-4, and now they get into it. So Brody McGonigal sweeps right. Behind to Doherty.
Oh, good look in the middle.
Doherty, good look.
Oh, great look. Great finish.
Good cut, good finish. And Fred Tarbell with the first goal of the season. And Concord quickly goes up 1 on their first possession.
Yeah, that was some really good ball movement, Corey. I think it was smart of them. They waited a nice time. They got a nice little middle cut. And that was a nice, easy goal.
Yeah, quick cut through the middle there on that 1-4 set. Looked like he probably had a pick in the middle. And Nate Doherty or Nathaniel Doherty, probably a Nate, not quite sure. But Doherty found him cutting and quick finish for a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, Bedford defense, they're going to have to be definitely a head on the swivel there. That was too easy for Concord. Another face-off win by Concord.
As Zan Alberici pops to himself. He finds Sam Nickel. Nickel to Tarbell, and Tarbell over to the other Tarbell.
Oh, that's a good press out. Number 27 from Bedford.
Yeah, putting a little pressure on him behind.
Need to do.
Back up top. Now they approach from right center. It's top center now as the goalie calls out positions. Tarbell dishes over to McGonigal. Back to Tarbell. Looks like he's going to draw his man out.
Tarbell's going to go for it here.
Guarded by Will Kramer.
Going back to his left.
Looks behind to a cutting Doherty. Doherty back up top. Good patience here by the Concord Crimson Tide. They're not forcing any passes.
Yeah, they look for our matchups here, Corey. Very smart. Oh.
Good stick there.
Great stick.
Knocks down the pass, as that was Quinlan Kerr. Fiddles and diddles, and he's going to get a trip call. Yeah, there's the flag, and that'll be a penalty. 30-second penalty, technical on the trip there. Just a wayward check that caught the foot, and Bedford will go man up here.
You know, that's a great effort by Quinlan, you know, especially when you get down early. Just being able to make a senior play, grab it, and absolutely get it up the field. I think that's extremely important for a game like this.
Yeah, agreed. Totally agreed. Big play, batting the ball, scooping up the ground ball, and getting up the field. His team needed a little bit of a spurt, and they got it in that. So Bedford goes on the man up. Looks like a 2-3-1 at this point in time, but we can watch for some cutters as they approach their man up offense.
Yeah, I hope they take some time here. I hope they just settle into their EMO right here, or extra man offense. Oh, good look.
Outside.
Outside.
Goalie comes away with that as Colby Bettens.
Ooh.
Yeah, he went outside. So the call there was that the goalie picked it up outside of his crease and then went back into it. So that is not allowed, and Bedford will resume their possession. So Arbusto up to Toscano. He finds Owen Roberto up top. A little bit of an exchange. Arbusto back to Toscano. Over to Greer. Now back up top to Max Maniello.
Working the right side here. Looking for that dip and dunk.
Arbusto came around with his left hand there. Couldn't quite get it to go. And 64 Sam Nickel picks up the GB, and he's got the wheels going.
Oh, yeah. That's a man clear right there.
Up the right side. Running through checks left and right.
Oh, he knows it. He knows it. Take your time.
There we go. Up top. Rip.
Shot.
No good, but they back it up. So Tarbell's back there. Eaton Tarbell's backing up the shot.
See, that was smart, Corey. You know, they're down a man, but they understand, you know, having to have backup especially for one of those throwaway shots here. It's a possession shot.
Yeah, possession shot. But we're back even now. This was only a 30-second penalty. The score is 1-0. We're 8.5 to go in the first quarter with Bedford varsity lacrosse action here in Bedford High School.
Oh,
pass picked off by the goalie there. Great job by Matt Desmond to step out.
I think the Concord offensive guy was a little bit confused there. He was thrown in the middle. I think he saw a man there, but Bedford defense was right there to scoop it up.
And Maniello clears it out with his legs, and they're going to settle their offense. Concord's playing a man-to-man.
Oh.
A little bit of sloppy passing there at the X. But Evan Schmidt chases that down. And Schmidt will go to work.
Good recovery here. Looks like they're going to get into nice offensive position. Oh,
Good
14.
look to Arbusto. Takes a few checks. Still has the ball, amazingly enough. Runs across the middle, and he buries it. Shifty little play there by Connor Arbusto. Fantastic catch in traffic. Came away with it. Kept this ball in his stick somehow and gave a little backhand lefter past the Concord goalie for a 1-1 tie here.
That's some of your senior experience right there, Corey. You know, the fact that he went through a couple of guys, definitely got a stick in the face and was able to see clearly and put the biscuit in the basket.
So the senior captain's first tally of the year ties the game here with Concord. And we're back to the face-off. Owen Roberto comes away with that one as he pushes forward to himself. Good tip there, though, by the defenseman Finnegan Brown. But
that's a great play by Owen right there. A little bit of a hockey play, giving it to himself. Very smart.
Which, ironically enough, I believe Owen Roberto is on the hockey team here at Bedford High School. Long pass over to Toscano from Maniello. They get it down over to Greer. Now to Schmidt from behind. Maniello looks like he's going to try to ISO here. He's guarded by their long stick. Marshall Riedenauer.
Good outside shot.
Good outside shot. You might want to see him get a little bit closer, though. That's a good 17-yard pull.
Mm-hmm.
So Colby Bettens didn't have too much trouble with that save. Ooh, little rocker step there, and he gets it to go. Nice. Magnus Steele, little hesitation, roll back to his right, rocker step, and he gets in there.
Yeah, and it looks like that's going to be their play of the day here here at Bedford. They've got some really strong midfielders. And it looks like Concord's really having a very difficult time trying to get all of the defense actually within the top side of the crease here. It looks like it's very loose on the inside, meaning that a lot of the outside midfielders have an easy time to just dodge one man. The second slide is not going to come there very quickly.
Yeah, I didn't see it quite soon enough there. Did they have a slide? Were they too late on it?
Yeah, it was just a little bit too open in the middle.
So face off here, handled by Owen Roberto. He got it, but he couldn't quite get away from pressure, so he'll turn it over.
Let's see how Bedford rides here.
Colby Bettens looks for the long pass.
Oh, let it out.
And that's too far and too far out. So Parker Henrishon, who was close on the D, will bring it in from the near sideline, right side of the defense. He goes all the way across the field, and they clear it up near the substitution box as Maniello will get it into the offensive box, touch it in for the timeline, takes a shot, low left, and there's a save there by Colby Bettens.
Max loves shooting from outside.
Sure, why not? Nice. Have a go.
Keep it going.
Good move there by Schmidt. Nice. Takes it, but no backup. So Concord will come out with a clear. Finnegan Brown there with the long stick. He'll start the clear. Finds Bettens, the goalie.
Hope the goalie just takes his time here. Just look for your guys. He was a little rushed in the previous play here. I think that's the reason why he kind of threw it out of bounds.
Oh, there you go. Good stick there again by number 27, Quinlan Kerr. Stepped out into the passing lane and prevented the easy pass. Lets his defense set back up.
Yeah, it's important to get out in those alleys, especially as a defender.
So 6-on-6 action here. Concord with the ball. 5.5 left in the first quarter. Score is 2-1 Bedford. on a goal by Magnus Steele and Connor Arbusto with the first. Fred Tarbell tallied for Concord. There you go. Good
You
defense
can see
there.
what Bedford's doing now. They figured out pressing out is going to be their best defense right here.
You don't want to just let them fiddle with it.
Ooh,
Good stick there.
almost caught up to him right there. A little aggressive, but that's good. Good recovery.
Jedi Mind Check was corralled in there by Parker Henrishon. And Bedford is on the clear.
That's what I'm talking about. Just taking your time as a goalie, surveying the field, understanding who's out there. Hopefully we can. Oh, yes.
Little swim move. Ooh, it was close, and they're going to call him. So 20-second clear violation. They didn't get it over half line in time. So it's a turnover, and Concord will get the ball back here.
Yeah, those are the moments, Corey, where your attack definitely needs to step up, open up.
Yeah, little V cut, get away from pressure,
Mm-hmm.
present yourself as an open target.
Bedford got the ball back.
Yep, now we have Kerr going down.
We got numbers. We got numbers.
Spin.
Shot.
Go to your left, bud. No, he's going to hit the pipe anyway. Gets the shot off. But Concord gets a little lucky as it hits the pipe. And now Kevin Jones finds a cutting Associated defenseman, Andrew Fredrickson, and he's able to clear it out.
Sloppy play.
Sloppy pass, though.
Sloppy
yeah.
play here, right between the hash marks here.
Kerr comes away with it, gets it up to Schmidt, and now they're going to settle. So he'll take it behind and
The best part about lacrosse, Corey, is when there's a messy play, it's usually really good for the folks watching here.
Good fake there.
Nice
Like
fake.
Greer runs into double team.
Move it.
Can't quite get it out, but Steele's there for the ground ball. Good hustle by the junior. He gets Derek Greer. Greer back over to Schmidt, who will attack from behind.
Yeah, I like to see them spread out their minis a little bit more. Oh, that's a
good
great
inside roll.
Great inside roll.
Evan Schmidt comes up with a beautiful move to get inside leverage and finds the back of the net. So 3-1 Bedford with 3:11 left in the first quarter.
Yeah, those type of plays, Corey, you really want to see the defenseman, kind of sit down on the field, make sure that there's no inside roll possibilities right there. But number 11, Evan Schmidt, definitely felt it on his back, and he just went right into it.
Here, let's watch for it this next possession. It looked like Concord had moved into a zone defense there.
Mm-hmm.
Two staying real tight to this crease as the scrum at faceoff X goes to Will Enners. Comes in from the wing and scoops up that ground ball. Great job by the long stick midfielder.
Vacuums out there. Fantastic. Sucking up every ground ball.
Senior captain, long stick midfielder Will Enners comes up with that one. And the Bulldogs will set up their offense. So now it does look like they're still in man, but they are hugging tight to that crease.
Mm-hmm. As you can see, that second slide's a little late sometimes. I think Bedford's going to be trying to leverage that with some of their midfielders who can definitely dodge from up top.
So Will Kramer gets it behind.
Good move.
Ooh, right into the knees of the defenseman. Ouch. Evan Schmidt tries a little sidearm special and can't get it past number 51, Finnegan Brown. You can see him shaking it off with his leg.
Definitely want to see some high heat there. Definitely want to see an overhand shot. Sometimes that just doesn't – you do not decrease or increase your angle when you're shooting the thighs.
Maniello dips the shoulder. Good save there by Bettens, though. Loose ball out to the right side, even with the cage. Concord defenseman chases down the GB, but that ball gets checked out.
They are tenacious, Corey, right now. Wow.
Evan Schmidt there saw the butt end of the stick exposed. Went in for some hacks on the back end there.
Great riding. Got
the ball out of bounds. So there you go. Sean Toscano. There you go. Great shot from the sophomore midfielder who got the nod.
Offside hip. Understood that there was no second slide. Great play from the top side from Mr. Casano.
Yeah, good shot on the run. Gets his first goal of his varsity career in his first game. So 4-1. The Bedford Bulldogs are up with 1:39 left here in the first quarter. We're back to the face-off X. And it looks
Oh, it's
like
gonna be
Concord
Bedford
moved.
ball again.
Yeah, Concord moved early on that. So Bedford picks it up. The Concord D runs right off the field. And unfortunately, we had Joe Michael throwing it to one of his midi teammates there, and it went right into the ground. So a turnover. And now
Brody
Concord
taking it up.
clears it up and out. So the Concord offense finally sees the ball again after several long minutes here in the first quarter of Bedford possessions.
Yeah, they got to settle down here, Corey.
Kerr strips the ball, gets it on the ground, and gets the GB. Makes a nice face dodge and a roll dodge. And he's up and out.
Oh, I like
Staying
it.
with it. There he goes. He finds Steele on the break. No numbers, but he'll push anyway. Arbusto gets to a strong left hand. He's pulled there, and he finds the back of the net. Low right rip with the left hand going to his left. That's a tough shot and an almost impossible save for Kobe Bettens.
I feel like after the first 2 minutes, Corey, Bedford really got the sandpaper, put it into their pants, and got it on the back of the field. I mean, they're just picking up every ground ball. They're contesting every single possession that Concord has. Tenacious riding. Very nice from the Bedford Bulldogs.
And back to the face-off X.
Won by Concord.
Eaton Tarbell picks up that ground ball, gets into the offensive end. We have some Bulldogs going for stick checks.
Great save.
Good save there, exactly. Matt Desmond comes up with a big one off his shoulder. And excellent backup as Quinlan Kerr was out there to back up that shot and get possession for Bedford.
Great save by Desmond.
Now Maniello looks, finds a wide open Evan Schmidt, and he's going to bury top side.
Yeah, I think Concord's going to have to take a timeout here. The bleeding is definitely.
Yeah, Coach Smith needs to do something, don't you think?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I mean, they're just they're not riding anymore. They're not getting back down to their defensive structure. That was an easy fast break. Nice execution by the Bedford Bulldogs.
Sure was. Transition goal. And as a starting attackman, you're hoping that you're going to finish that one-on-one with a goalie every single time. And Evan Schmidt certainly did that. His second of the day. And it's 6-1 Bedford Bulldogs. Face-off is still on the ground. It's picked up there by Will Ellers. There's only 3 seconds left in the first quarter, so he's going to shoot it. And that'll round out the first quarter action here. 6-1. The Bulldogs get out to a little bit of a slow start as they let up the first goal, but then come back with 6 unanswered.
Yeah, look at that team over there. They know it. They know they're doing all the right things. They know they're getting the ground balls. They're riding tenaciously. There's a lot of communication out there. I mean, that's the recipe for success out there for New Hampshire high school lacrosse. Concord looks a little defeated over there, but I think Jeff Smith is going to take them, tell them that, this is a 1-goal game. It's a 0-0 ball game no matter what quarter it is. So hopefully they come out here in the second quarter and make it more of a game here.
So you can tell just by body language here. You can see the Bedford Bulldogs are kind of up and excited. A little bit of bouncing around, some attentive attention to their coach, and unfortunately the Crimson Tide are struggling a little bit here as they have the quick break. There's a couple stick checks here by the referees to make sure the pockets and lengths and dimensions of the sticks are legal. And we'll get started here with the second quarter in just a moment. What adjustments are you looking for here, Hubie?
I like the way I just ran down here. I think Concord came out with a really good slow offensive game here, just trying to move the ball around. I think that got heads moving around for the Bedford defense. I think they got them a little caught off guard, but Bedford's been tenacious right here in the neutral zone. They've been taking everything on the riding aspect. They've been winning faceoffs. They've been clearing extremely well, and when they get down to the offensive zone, they don't hesitate whatsoever. They go right to the cage, which I'm a huge fan of fast lacrosse, and I think everybody who is a fan really likes fast lacrosse. So I think that is definitely going to be the number one strategy here going forward for Bedford is play fast, score a lot of goals, and just make Concord get on their heels a little bit more.
They still have those stickers out there, the fastest game on 2 feet?
I believe so.
That was a little bit of a motto for the youngsters in my day, that a circular sticker. You could see them on rooftop boxes and bumpers and cars. Anybody associated with the game has seen that sticker, the fastest game on 2 feet, and it sure makes it fun.
Yeah, I used to have another sticker. I don't know if I can say this, but I'm going to say it. But my sticker said, "Friends don't let friends play baseball."
Oh, okay. I was wondering where you were going with that. I was about to shut off your microphone, but so we head back to the face-off X. So Bedford will go right to left on your screen with their home white jerseys, white shorts, black helmets.
Yeah, they look sharp out there.
And Concord with their visiting maroon and white shorts, maroon jerseys.
Another face-off win by Bedford.
He's got to tuck that, though. Owen Roberto got the face-off, but didn't tuck it and got checked from behind. So,
oh, that's a really good ground ball by Marshall.
And then Quinlan Kerr steps in and picks that pass right off to get back to Bedford. Gets in a little bit of trouble.
That's some good riding there. Well, they're going to be
back, though.
Gotta get it out.
He looks up, finds a cutting Evan Schmidt. Nice cut for him.
Great job by Evan Schmidt. That's exactly what you want your attackman to do. Understand that your defenseman is in a little bit of trauma, then definitely coming out and helping him out.
That's trauma is right.
Yes.
As Will Kramer gets the ball down to Greer. Greer to X. Finds Schmidt. Now to Toscano. Toscano back up top to Kramer.
Corey, looks like they are playing a little bit of zone defense here. So in the zone defense, just so all of our fans out there, zone defense really calls for a lot of fast-paced passing, getting the ball extremely hot, moving it around the horn. That's how you're going to get the defense to start moving. That's how you're going to find a really good open shot.
Yeah, and you might find this offense will start to find a few more time and space shots, which they relish as a midfielder or an attackman standing there just ready to scissor kick and put all you can into that shot. So we'll see if these adjustments help. They find Greer cutting from behind. Kramer again, time and space.
Corey, find me a crow hop I don't like. Come on. Give me that opportunity all day.
Explain the crow hop. What is that?
Crow hop, you just get really excited. You can see at least 5 yards in front of you. Right there. There's a little bit of crow hop right there.
There it is.
Number 6, Max is he's definitely shooting for the stars here today. I'm sure he's going to get a couple to be buried here pretty soon. But yeah, just 5 yards that you can see in front of you without a defender, and you just see looking for net.
There it is, another one. You're going to start seeing some of these outside shots come fast and furious with these guys unloading all they can. Colby Bettens is going to get peppered here.
That's the beauty of this game here, Corey, is that, you can shoot as much as you possibly can, and as long as you have backup, doesn't matter. It's all make it, take it.
There you go. They're going to pop around, get the ball moving, and there you go.
What they say. Yeah, there it is.
And Max Maniello finds the back of the net there for his first goal. And Bedford goes up 7-1. Yeah, they were patient there. Spun it around quite a few times, looked for open shots, backed them up when they had them, and finally Maniello was able to bury.
Yeah, all of his previous shots probably high 70s, and that one's probably low 20s, and buried it in the corner. Very nice. Very nicely done.
All about placement, right?
All about placement. Shoot for net.
And we go back to the face-off, X. See if Roberto, he pulls it out. Now tuck it.
Oh, very nice.
There you go. Tuck it. There you go. Wins it, puts it in his left hand.
It's like Concord switched up their face-off guy.
They did, and we have a timeout. I think the Bedford Bulldogs have taken their first timeout of the game. 9:56 left here in the first half. 7-1. Bedford Bulldogs lead the Concord Crimson Tide. So at least they have slowed down the scoring a little bit. I mean, they did get a goal there, but they don't seem to be coming fast and furious. Maybe that switch into the zone defense will cause the Bulldogs to reevaluate their offensive sets, be a little more patient in offense. And again, the Concord attackmen have rarely seen the ball today.
Yeah, the thing I'm seeing with the Concord defense is that even though they're in zone, they're a little not as aggressive in the zone, meaning that they're kind of just staying in their positions. They're not really going out to contest the ball, which really hurts, especially when Bedford understands that they're playing in the zone and they can easily shoot from the outside. So I think that's going to be definitely a tweak that Jeff Smith on the Concord side needs to do. They need to maybe spread out a little bit more, be a little bit more contesting, and perhaps they won't get those outside shots because right now the goalie on the Concord side is just getting peppered.
Yeah, sticks and gloves, right? So you want their defensemen to stretch out, get their sticks into the gloves of the offensive players to make their passes hard, to make their shots hard. You know, like we said earlier, those time and space shots are the ones that the attackmen and midfielders love. So close down that time, close down that space, and make it a little bit harder. But again, the Bulldogs have been doing a good job of moving the ball quickly, keeping the defense moving and off balance. And they found their shots and they found their cutters.
Yeah, and if I'm the Bedford coach, definitely telling my defense, do not sit down. Do not think that this is going to be an easy fight. Definitely contest every single ball right there on the 50-yard line.
That defense back here of Quinlan Kerr, who has made several aggressive plays, some interceptions, several ground balls. Parker Henrishon as well back there on defense. I believe that Ryan Ashburner is the third starter back there. Can't quite see his number, but I'm pretty sure that's him. As Arbusto starts the play from X, he'll get back out to settle. He gets it to Steele.
Ooh, look. I like to see him a little bit more spread out here, Corey. Just a little bit more spread out.
So now we're going to see him start to draw and dump, right? So Arbusto was waiting for that so he could dump it off to Magnus Steele, who stepped into the shot there. Yeah, you definitely want to see them step out a little bit. So Kramer, he'll test, finds Maniello inside on the crease, and he gets whacked by 3 defenders very quickly. Steps back out, spins it around the top. Now Steele will go one-on-one. Good defensive play there by Brody McGonigal. Gets the ball on the ground. But we're going to have a push that doesn't get called. It's play on situation. Arbusto comes down and shoots offside hip, and he'll get his 3rd goal of the game.
Arbusto's got rope there. That's top 90 right there.
He's got
very nice.
Rope. Great reference to Quint Kesnick, the longtime lacrosse announcer for the NCAA tournament on ESPN. One of his favorite sayings, he's got rope.
Frozen rope. Looks like Bedford's switching up their attack here. It is 8-1 with 9:05 left here in the second.
So we see Shea Lucantoni come in for some time. Arbusto is going to stay in, and Derek Kuliza is going to come in, the freshman attackman. Get him some time as Owen Roberto wins the faceoff again. Gets it down to Arbusto.
Yeah, they're keeping Arbusto there just to have a nice senior leadership out there, especially after that last goal. I think he definitely wants a hat trick today.
As Steele steps into his shot, it gets blocked by one of the defensemen out front. It looked like that might have been Finnegan Brown. Well, there you go. The freshman is going to draw. No, not draw a penalty. That stick looked up high in his helmet, but just a brush. They let him play. Like that about the officials. Don't call everything.
Definitely want to see that freshman attackman just let it loose. That's the one thing about confidence, right?
Absolutely. Kuliza gets it behind. He finds Shea Lucantoni. Lucantoni drives left to Arbusto. Back up top to Zach Griffin. Underhand shot. That won't go, but it's backed up nicely by Kuliza.
Great backup there. That's what you want to see out of some of your freshman attackmen. Just at least understanding the blocking tackling of the game.
Sure.
So important.
Get the basics there, right? Back up the shot so maintain possession.
You can see another degree of confidence from the Bedford Bulldogs here. They're happy to be taking some shots.
Steele dips the shoulder, stays with his right. Dumps it behind. He finds Shea Lucantoni. We'll come back up top. Lefty over to Zach Griffin. Rolls back to his strong hand right. We're getting a go here.
Dodging into 2 people.
Lucantoni finds Steele. He'll find the back of the net. Jeez, I'm not sure how he slipped it in near side there, but he sure did. It
was underneath the armpit there of the Concord goalie.
And Steele's 2nd goal of the game for the Midi.
I'm really liking Steele's game, to be honest. I think he's putting his shoulder down. He's bulldodging, and you know what? He's letting it rip whenever he can.
Big, strong kid. He's done well. Plays on the football team as well. And his physicality is certainly going to benefit him throughout this lacrosse season.
That's what we want to see.
And Concord comes up with the face-off as Zan Alberici pops to himself, and they get into the offensive end. 7:15 to go here in the first half, and the Bulldogs lead 9-1.
Yeah, I think in this moment, you know, you're down 9-1. I think it's extremely important for you to get a really good possession here for the Concord Crimson Tide. Get it around, get a good look, at least one good look.
Yeah, take the air out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Use this to give your defense a bit of a rest.
Stop the bleeding a little bit. No shot clock here in the high school. So you can take your time, look for your best shot.
And you're going to see the Bedford defense extend out a little bit. Good drive, right hand. Good save there, though, by Matt Desmond. As Sam Nickel, the senior midfielder, drove hard with his right hand, and Desmond was up to the task.
Oh, it's another.
There you go, Tarbell with the goal.
There we go.
Fred Tarbell, his second. He has the only 2 goals for Concord. So the sophomore midfielder was able to tally there and make it a little closer before halftime. So it's 9-2.
Goal by number 55.
Bedford, 6:24 left in the second quarter.
Yeah, I think that's a recipe for at least getting back into the game here for the Concord Crimson Tide. Is, you know, they take it around, they kind of lull the defense to sleep. You know, the defense right now, going back to what I was saying about the coach for Bedford, you know, make sure the defense is not laying down, getting complacent. That's exactly what happened really here. So Concord was able to get a nice, easy shot, easy goal here. 9-2, 16-16 left here in the second quarter.
And we're going to have a delayed penalty here on the face-off. There was a push with possession, so 30-second technical foul is going to come up. It is like hockey, though, so it is a delayed penalty call, and Concord will keep possession. The goalie will not leave the ice, though, so it does. It will be a 6-on-6 until that penalty is called.
Folks, the goalie is not going to the box. Although that would be fun.
Wouldn't that be interesting?
That'd be very interesting. Concord's taking his time, going around the horn.
Good slide there early, and the recovery there. So you saw the slide come out from 23. That was Owen Christopher. And 33, Josh Beaton, was able to recover. Now Beaton will check Tarbell.
Yeah, this is where it kind of shows, you know, the preseason jitters, the preseason rust. You know, especially in these kind of situations.
Good roll there to his left hand by Nickel. Gets the shot off. It goes out of bounds, and now they'll call that penalty. You'll see some substitutions as the extra man offense for Concord comes on and the man down defense for Bedford trots on. They'll get 4 poles and 1 shorty.
Yeah, in those situations, I like to see them understanding that they have a penalty, maybe getting in a more set situation, perhaps, rather than just kind of doing willy-nilly. But again, that's kind of preseason, you know, a little bit of rust. Concord coming out here, man up for 30 minutes. Sorry, 30 seconds.
I think it's 30 seconds, but you tell me if I'm wrong. I've been around lacrosse for a long time. I've never seen a 30-minute penalty, my friend. I'm just kidding. So they're in a 3-3 set, though, and it looks like Bedford is doing a 5-man rotation, trying to get in on that guy in the crease. That's number 40.
Got a 3-3.
Dan O'Brien. They look inside of the crease. It gets checked, and Tarbell's there on the backside, and he gets a goal of his own. So Eaton Tarbell tallies this one, number 44 for the Tide. Just in the right place at the right time. That ball was going to the crease, checked there by 2 defenders, and it happened to find the stick of Tarbell, who cashes on the backside.
Eaton Tarbell picking up the trash, and trust me, plenty of our colleagues have absolutely made a career of picking up the trash from around the crease here. Great goal by Concord.
So 9-3, they bring it back to 6-goal deficit, 4:47 left here in the second quarter. Looks like we had a little bit of a false start by the referee there, so we're going to reface as Zan Alberici steps in for Concord, and Owen Roberto will take the face again for Bedford. We have a false start on Concord, so Roberto leaves that ball. Actually, he's going to pick it up. Press into the offensive end. Passes off to Maniello. He steps into the box to relieve the time. And he finds Toscano.
Yeah, that was the time for Bedford to really kind of maybe lay it on a little bit harder here. They just went down 2 goals, even though they're up 9-3. But it's very important for them to maybe set the tone again here.
And you see the Concord defense has switched back to man-to-man.
Pressing out. Oh,
Toscano gets time and space, rips. It's backed up by the goalie, as the official says. So good hustle there by
great hustle
Colby
play.
Bettens. Not a bad shot there from Toscano. He was about 12 yards out, so he ripped, but the attack were not in the right position to back it up. So Concord will get the ball with 4 minutes left here in the first half, looking to try to narrow that score a little bit more.
You'd have a good clear here, Corey. Good clear. Get to the other end.
And that good clear does not happen, but it does go off of Maniello's stick. So Concord will get the ball in the offensive zone.
Tip their way.
Sam Nickel will pick it up there for the Crimson Tide.
Oh, good take. Pulls his way through.
Puts his shoulder down, but loses the ball. A little bit of a scrum there. And Maniello comes away with the ground ball, so he'll hustle out of pressure. Goes behind his back. An odd and unnecessary move, but it worked.
Yeah, I like to see Sam Nickel understand, game situation right here. Understand your team's down by 6 goals. Possession before the end of the half. Very important. But it looks like Bedford understood and took the ground ball, and now we have it again for offensive possession here. Ooh, a little bit of sloppiness behind the net. Picked up by number 15.
Yeah, the freshman Kuliza looks in the middle, forces it into traffic, and that ball gets on the ground. Tarbell comes away with it. So he's going to leg it out into the offensive end, sees the trailer. Little spin move there, but that's a save by Matt Desmond.
Brody McGonigal like to see again. Settle down a little bit. You've got 2 minutes and 33 seconds left in the half. Understand the time.
So they find Steele near the substitution box. He gets in, looks across, and the freshman will get his first goal as Derek Kuliza made a great cut on the backside. Steele found him, and Kuliza will tally. It's 10-3 Bedford with 2:21 left in the first half.
That's a great offensive, very aggressive play by Max and Steele here. Getting the ball, going straight to the cage. That's what you do. Draw one man. Easy dip and dunk for the freshman.
So 10-3 left in the first half. We go back to the face-off X, and Owen Roberto comes away with that again.
Roberto is just having himself a day here.
Sure is. Tuck that stick, though. Get that thing protected. He finds Arbusto. And Arbusto comes back out to the top left. He'll settle things down as substitutions are made. He finds Toscano.
Yeah, they're definitely out man-to-man right now, trying to press out a little bit. I'd like to see him press out a little bit more, Corey. Just be a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah, get him out of his comfort zone.
Mm-hmm.
Kuliza behind.
See what the freshman can do with a little bit of more confidence here.
Little rocker, but he's going to pass it on. He finds Andrew McGee. McGee to Toscano. He's going to go a little one-on-one here. Test the waters here, but he's checked there by Nickel. Now Arbusto pulls it out.
Ooh.
Roll dodge back to his left. Great check there. Good check by Andrew Parker Fredrickson. It looks like we might be needing to call him Parker. GB back, finds Arbusto's stick somehow. I'm not quite sure how it got back into his stick, and he'll get his 4th of the day. And Bedford will go up 11-3. Not quite sure how that got back there.
Talk about never giving up. Parker Fredrickson absolutely took away his cookies, and Arbusto absolutely got back and took away from him and put it back into the back of the net here. Great play, great hustle. That's exactly what you want to see from your seniors here. Never give up.
A few more substitutions on the attack side, as looks like Schmidt will come back in and Greer will come back in for Bedford Bulldogs. Face-off X. This time it goes to Zan Alberici. Gets away from pressure, but then he's checked by Will Enners. That
Ooh.
GB goes, and it looks like we're going to get a push call on Shea Lucantoni.
I don't know about that. I think
Yeah.
Shea was extremely aggressive right there. I thought that was a really good play. Tackman coming up.
Little soft. I agree with that. Let's see what Enners go to work here. Wow.
Ooh.
He didn't really need to go to work as that ball comes out of the stick from Fred Tarbell.
That's what we call a ghost check here.
Jedi mind check, as
Mhm.
we defensemen like to say.
See if Bedford can get a clear here. Easy clear.
Quinlan Kerr under pressure. All the way across the field. He finds one of his defensemen
3 men
teammates.
open. Oop, threw it away.
And that goes out of bounds as Ryan Ashburner couldn't find the cutting attackman. Oh, we got a Gilman
We
here.
got a Gilman.
All the way
pretty good,
down.
actually.
Not quite sure why we did that. But
I think it was a nice 7-iron down the fairway.
you're going to want your goalie to look for some passes. You have a man-up opportunity as you're clearing the ball. So chucking it down the field is usually going to be a turnover. But Bedford gives it back here with about 30 seconds left. We have a whistle, and I think we had a timeout. Timeout by Concord. Yep, timeout Concord. 29 seconds left.
They have possession, too.
He had possession. They're going to want to talk about this. That gives the Bulldogs a little bit of an opportunity to set up a ride, make it difficult to get up and out. But overall, the Bulldogs are going to be pleased with this first half as they have an 8-goal lead, 11-3.
Very pleased with this first half. Very pleased with the aggressiveness. Very pleased with the riding. Very pleased with a lot of their clears. The clears have been very, very easy, and very impressed with the just the being aggressive in the offensive zone. I think going to the cage and playing fast, I think that's definitely going to be a winning recipe here going forward. But for Concord, with 29.3 seconds left going into the half, I think it's extremely important for them to have a really good possession here. Get the ball around the horn a couple times, get a good shot, get a good look, put one in right before the half, and talk about a 0-0 ball game going into the third quarter.
What kind of play did Coach Smith draw up here? Is he going to have a hard drive right or left with one of his senior captain type people? Are we going to see maybe Fred Tarbell go hard, or maybe Sam Nickel go hard, or we're going to have a twist, a pick? What do you have here?
Yeah, it looks like Brody McGonigal is going to be holding the ball here, putting it through. If I was Mr. Smith, I would definitely put all my seniors out there. We've got Tarbell out there. He's got a couple goals here.
We got Sam Nichols going to clear it, so he gets past some pressure from the attack. Will Enners goes for a check there. I'm not quite sure that was advised, but the ball goes into the crease, and that gets on the ground.
Oh. That was a good clear by Nichols. Definitely a good clear, but again, understanding the clock, understanding the time, understanding your personnel out there.
Yeah.
Could have definitely taken his time.
Solid ground ball there by Parker Henrichon, too. The defenseman gets away from pressure. Ooh, wow, a little desperation. Will Enners somehow finds Shea Lucantoni there on the crease, gets off a shot. It looked like it was after the bell, but we have an 11-3 halftime lead for the Bedford Bulldogs here at Bedford High School. Great afternoon for lacrosse. We're going to take a little bit of a timeout, 10 minutes or so. We'll join you here for third quarter action, and we'll be right back with some good high school lacrosse here in New Hampshire.
We are back.
Welcome back. We are back. And we'll see when the teams get back out on the field. 30 seconds left here in halftime as the Bulldogs came out a little slow and let up a first early goal, but then stormed back with 7 unanswered, took an 11-3 halftime lead into that break. And they take the field here to see what happens here in the third quarter and the rest of the game.
Yeah, Corey, I'd like to see Concord come out here flying. I think the coach over on the Concord side definitely put a bee in their bonnet. Said, hey guys, let's get out here, start flying around, start cracking heads, and definitely getting some ground balls. I think that's really where the game is. Bedford has absolutely been dominating on the face-off X as well as the ground balls.
Quick scoring summary for you. Frederick Tarbell, 55 for Concord, had 2. Eaton Tarbell had the other, as the faceoff will go to Concord on a violation. For Bedford, Connor Augusto led the way with 4 goals. Evan Schmidt had 2. Magnus Steele had 2. And others chipping in with 1 were Sean Toscano, Max Maniello, Derek Kuliza, and that was it.
We get a contested ground ball here.
All the way down in the corner.
Bedford with some really good aggressive defensive tactics here. Pressing out, getting in the face and getting in the gloves of Concord offense. Ooh, wouldn't take that shot.
Yeah, deep shot from top right.
About 30 yards out there.
John McDonald, that was easily handled there by Matt Desmond.
We used to call those gumballs back in college.
Yeah, a little popcorn. And Kerr finds Maniello. They'll get it up and out.
Good handle by Maniello. Very good handle.
Touch it into the box, reset the time. He gets back to his left hand. And he's going to settle and wait for his third midfielder to come in, who is Sean Toscano.
He's definitely settled down.
Scored his first varsity goal earlier on a great offside shot.
William Kramer here. Will Kramer.
Ooh, lefty. Gets it back, comes out of his stick awkwardly, and that's going to go over half field. It's called that's an over and back. So for the folks at home, you are not allowed to go over into the offensive end and then go back into your defensive end. It is a violation. And therefore, Concord will assume possession out by the 50.
Concord just missed had a really good opportunity. Definitely got before the whistle.
Yeah.
And they almost had a one-on-one with the goalie, but luckily that went flying over the attackman's head, and the referees called it back.
Looked for the quick restart. Refs weren't ready. Concord was. And as you mentioned, it would have been a turnover if they let it go. Might be a ward there by Brody McGonigal. He gets away with it.
Looks like
Cut
he
there.
Put his shoulder in there. I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all.
Yeah, says the midfielder, of course.
Of course.
O'Brien back now to Nickel.
Ooh.
Tough shot there by Tarbell.
Definitely want to see one more pass there to his brother.
Came out of his stick a little awkwardly, but it's backed up nicely behind by Dan O'Brien. O'Brien rolls back to his left. He gets swarmed there, but he goes into the crease. So it is Bedford ball.
It's a good squeeze by Bedford defense right there.
And Rashawn cross field. Wow, excellent pass.
Great pass.
Love that. Quinlan Kerr rifle out to the midfield right at the face-off X, and he finds a cutting Max Maniello. You love your long sticks making laser passes like that.
Maniello is just your jack of all trades here. He can clear, he can defend. He's definitely doing the bulldodging down the side.
He's tallied for his goal of the season, first goal of the season. Schmidt back to Maniello. Maniello, a little scoop, gets to his left hand, back to his right. Double, triple team now.
One more. Move it.
Move it. He doesn't, and that gets eaten up by Colby Bettens on a low right-handed shot. Bettens clears out to Parker Fredrickson.
First game of the season, you can expect that, but that's definitely second, third game, you hope Maniello kind of draws the. Ooh, that's a great shot by Concord.
Yeah.
Great goal by Concord. Maniello definitely wants to do, he gets the double and definitely dish it off there, but that just shows, when you make those tough shooting decisions, goes the other way. And look what Concord just did. They just took advantage of that right there. Number 64, Samuel Nickel. Great take.
Yeah, strong. Ran through the check by Quinlan Kerr. Couldn't quite get the lift there. And Nickel will cash for his first goal. 11-4. Bedford leads. 9 minutes left.
It's definitely what Concord drew up. Go out and get first blood here.
Josh Beaton on the ground ball at midfield. He gets it down to Evan Schmidt. They'll settle. Wait for their offensive substitutions. Toscano will wait. Beaton goes off to midfield. Scrapper in the wing for the face-off. Maniello will get the ball, though. He drives hard righty. Rears back, and that's right at the feet of Bettens. He makes the save, clears it out on a long pass, and finds his man as Dan O'Brien gets the ball, but a great check there by Quinlan Kerr.
Quinlan Kerr is just having himself a day here.
That's-
Great pass. Ooh.
We call that cookies when Kerr just comes away with that takeaway
That's
check.
great.
Now Alberto, great hustle on the backup, and he's going to get a goal. His 5th of the game as he scrapped for that loose ball, drove hard lefty. The goal seemed to be dislodged, but Arbusto cashed anyway, and it stretches the lead to 8 as a 12-4 Bedford lead is extended.
Yeah, in those situations, unsettled situations, even if the net gets a little bit dislodged, it doesn't really impact the play too much. Again, that's a very scrappy play by the Bedford Bulldogs. Great hustle play, and looks like they're back on top, 12-4.
So the lefty attackman gets it to go. And now we have the face-off going to Bedford as well, as Nick Hadley comes away with that. Good work by the long stick midfielder. Sophomore, one of 3 who have made the varsity team. Greer looks to drive, lefty. Kicks it out there to Andrew McGee. Toscano, little stutter step, gets to his right, can't get it to go. And it's backed up behind by Evan Schmidt.
A little too bunched up, Corey. I'd like to see them a little bit more spread out. Seems like 3 of them are kind of all over the top of the crease there. I'd like to see them a little more spread out.
Well, they got a 1-3-2 going here. And working some cuts. Toscano cuts through. Greer gets high with his left. Underhand shot. That's gobbled up too by Colby Bettens.
Greer's definitely got some moves. But I like to see him, just getting that double team, drawing that man, and making a quick dump. I think that's exactly what Doctor wants right here.
Or maybe take an extra step towards the goal, right? He
Mhm.
got the edge there. Come back towards the goal, get your momentum going towards the cage and pull from there.
Again, I have to have a shout out to Quinlan Kerr. He is just an absolute Dyson vacuum out there.
Eating up those ground balls. I mean, Hoover, Dyson, which brand do you prefer at home there, Hubie?
I don't know. I'm thinking about pulling out Eureka next.
Oh, wow. Meow? Is that too far? Did I go too far? I don't know. It was a little weird. Will Kramer, a little rocker step, gets it back to Evan Schmidt. He's playing field hockey back there, but Kramer picks it up.
Another good ground ball. Oh, way to look.
Finds an open Arbusto,
Oh.
pulls right. He can't get it to go. Looked like it deflected off one of the defensemen.
Yeah, I like to see Arbusto actually moving his feet there. His feet were solid in cement.
So
Very
4-on-3 comes back, and they're going to cash there. Dan
Bedford,
O'Brien, yeah.
Love to have that one back. That was an easy 5-hole.
Yeah, it looked like Matt Desmond was coming across. He was there. He's in the right position, but as you mentioned, it went 5-hole there. So 6:10 left here in the third quarter. Bedford leads 12-5. And we'll go back to the faceoff X. Again, a little transition opportunity there. Unsettled. Odd man break for Concord, and they, to their success, were able to cash in on that. Oh, and it looks like we have a violation at the midfield X for the faceoff. So Roberto will trot off, and Concord comes away with that ball. Tarbell steps it in, and they will settle and get their offensive team on. So Tarbell to McGonigal. Back to Tarbell. Long outside shot. They do come up with a save there. So Desmond deflects it there. But Concord comes away and chases down the backup.
It's like one of their strategies coming out of halftime is just shoot the ball as much as they possibly can.
And it's working.
And it is working for
It's
them.
working. So we see Nate Doherty find a cutting Brody McGonigal, and he'll pick up his first goal of the game. So 12-6. You know, what was an 8-goal lead is quickly a 6-goal lead. And as you and I both know, the goals can start to rack up very quickly, and those big leads can disappear very quickly.
Yeah, it looked like a runaway, but if you can play make it take it here, which it looks like Concord's getting a little bit of the upper hand here in the second half of the faceoffs with a couple of faceoff violations.
And another one here. So make it take it. You're referring to the goal is scored, and if you have a strong faceoff player and you can pull away those faceoffs and keep gaining possession, you're going to be able to get right back on the offensive end. But they turn it over here on an errant pass.
Unforced error right there, Corey. Should have easily been able to handle that. But that's that whole make it take it situation. If you just make unforced errors, all that momentum just goes to the wayside.
So the defense handles it well. They get it to Maniello. He clears it out with his legs, steps into the box, and they'll reset the time. Magnus Steele, Maniello.
Another clear from Maniello. Great job.
Kramer at the midfield. Maniello, roll dodge. Gets down to
Good to see him move it here.
side left. Draws a crowd, and yeah, now he is going to move it to Greer. Greer goes behind.
See Maniello actually.
Good slip to his left. Gets it to go as he comes around the cage.
Shake and bake.
Nifty little move
Put
there
it in.
by Derek Greer. He'll get his first of the game, and it is back to 7 as Bedford goes up 13-6. 4:52 left here in the third quarter.
You can definitely tell he's been wanting to get that goal probably a couple quarters ago, but great tenacity, really good moves, good face dodge, good roll dodge right to the cage.
Yeah, he stunned his defender there, right? He broke down and then had a quick first step to get out of it and to his strong hand, to the left hand, and get high side.
Yeah, the slide was a little late. Another win by Concord. Oh,
He
got a
gets
scrum here.
And they're going to get a push from behind on the loose ball for Concord.
It's now
So
3 faceoffs for Concord.
Right in a row. Tarbell will pick it up. They retreat. They run away as Concord gets their offensive firepower in. Nick Hadley checks Tarbell there. Henryshawn goes back. We had Ashburner there, causing an almost turnover. But Tarbell's there to pick up the loose ball.
They're in a 3-3 here.
Pinch 2-2 maybe? I don't know.
6-6.
We'll see what they're doing. Tarbell goes lefty. He'll drive, dumps to Samuel Nickel.
Ooh, that was a little box move there, Cor.
It was. All for naught, though, as Quinlan Kerr picks up yet another ground ball. I think it's his 462nd of the game. That might be too many. Maybe like 8 or 9.
That's what you want from your seniors, though, Cor. You know, you want a really solid defenseman out there that's picking off passes, communicating, extremely effective, and really being a great leader down there, the defensive end.
So Maniello pulls it out. He gets doubled quickly. He finds Greer in tight. And they're all bunched together there, but Augusto will take one and bury one. Ooh, top right. And that's that time and space shot.
He's got room.
He sure does. His 6th of the game. Arbusto pushes it back to 14-6. Had time and space. Dropped the stick down and then elevated. Buried it offside high. And Colby Bettens looks a little dejected, but that's not on him, as Arbusto didn't have a defender within 3 or 4 yards of him.
Yeah, you just can't let that happen, Corey. Time and space with 10 yards, always going to happen. 9 times out of 10, you're going to put it top right. If you're lefty, you're going to put it top left.
So we get back to the face-off X. Owen Roberto comes away with it. Well, he gets a push from behind, and he'll draw a penalty.
With possession.
So 30-second foul, 3:31 left, 14-6 lead for Bedford, and they'll go on the extra man offense. An opportunity for them to push the lead out.
Yeah, that's a really good play by Owen Ernesto.
Roberto, sir.
Roberto, I'm sorry, Owen Roberto. I think that's really important for any younger players that are out here looking, when you're feeling any sort of heat in the back, definitely roll down a little bit. You're going to always get a call for a push with possession.
Are you encouraging these lacrosse players to take a dive there, Hubie?
Not even close. Just very smart lacrosse play.
Oh, okay, all right. Arbusto finds Maniello. He'll crank
Ooh.
a little wide, but that's backed up nicely by Evan Schmidt. 6-on-5 opportunity here as the penalty is served out. 30-second penalty. Schmidt finds Maniello again. He'll cash
Whoa.
on another top right stinger.
And another one. And another one. And
As
another one.
Maniello gets his second of the game. A nice assist backside from Evan Schmidt.
Yeah, that was a nice time and space right there. Definitely feeling it right now. It's probably 17 shots that he's had out here, and now they're all going in right now. 15-6, 3:11 left in the third quarter.
Yeah, they love those time and space shots. You can just get all of your body and energy into it. Get that back, crank way back behind you, and get all that energy through the arc of the shot. Get that ball moving. Forcing a pass in there tight. Concord comes away with that. But good ride there, and Greer comes away with that GB.
Great ride by
Finds
Greer and
Schmidt.
Arbusto.
Oh, excuse me, Arbusto.
Ooh.
Arbusto goes behind the back, finds a defender.
Yeah, a little too cocky there. I like to see an overhand shot right there. Even though it's 15-6, I'd still like to see that. Oh, good ride. Great ride.
Fredrickson was getting the ball there. Can't quite get it back into a stick. We got to have a 20-second call here somewhere. Somebody's had possession, but I don't think they've reset those clocks. And finally, the ball will go out of bounds as Kevin Jones picks up the GB. I'm sorry, that was Marshall Riedenauer.
Mm-hmm.
And Schmidt will bring it in from the side as some frantic action there happening in the offensive zone for Bedford as the ball was everywhere.
I think Greer really likes his matchup. I think he's going to be taking this guy. Ooh,
good call. Gets to the left again. Ooh, wow.
Off the top.
How the heck did that go? I think it hit the crossbar and went down.
Tries it again, the underhand.
Little bar down. Looked like it got the goalie, hit the bar, and came back down and out on that previous shot. No go, though. Does not count. And now Schmidt looks to take his man.
Oh.
Ooh, push from behind with possession. Arbusto almost still scores, strangely. And it doesn't go out of bounds, so it's still a delayed penalty.
Oh, great hustle. Great hustle. Going to take his man. See right here. Yep. This is where we need to have a little bit more of leadership. You know, take it around, put it around the horn. You've got time and space. No one-on-ones. Move the ball.
Steele goes back to his left. Off the crossbar. Still in possession here with the Bulldogs. They will not call that dead until the Concord Crimson Tide get possession or it goes out of bounds.
Steele off the iron.
Arbusto gets it now. He'll drive lefty.
Good take.
And he'll pull and get another goal. And he's going to get an unnecessary roughness.
Ooh, we've got a little bit of a tilt here. A little bit of a tussle. See some frustrations on the Crimson Tide side.
Sure do. But Arbusto cashes at 16-6, pushes the lead out to 10 goals. And we're going to probably get an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on Marshall Riedenauer as he took a shot at Arbusto after the goal.
That's going to be tough for Concord. I don't know if they have too many bodies over there that can fill in. So we have one of the freshman defenders coming in to replace.
Goal by number 14, Connor Arbusto.
So
I'm sorry, that's actually Eaton Tarbell.
Yeah, he's going to pick up the long stick, the senior midfielder.
Grabbing the long stick. Stepping up.
So dead ball.
The 2 minutes?
I'm not sure what they called there. It might just be a 1-minute penalty, a late hit. I didn't see them lock it in either, so probably just a 1-minute penalty here to close out the third quarter. Since it was a dead ball, they will not go to the face-off X.
55 seconds left here in the third quarter.
Greer behind. Finds Toscano. Now back up to Kramer. Back to Toscano. Maniello.
He is feeling it, sir.
He is. You know, I'd actually prefer to see Toscano step in and take that shot. He didn't have a defender on his gloves, had some time and space, but deferred to get to Maniello. So that might have been a specific play call, but if nobody goes to you, shoot that ball, right?
Mm-hmm. He had the better angle. And I think that just comes with experience.
Arbusto misses wide, but they back it up nicely. Greer will go back for a ball here. 34.8 seconds left here in the third quarter, as Bedford holds a 10-goal lead, 16-6.
Working it around.
Kramer to Schmidt. Now Arbusto. Bouncer,
save.
and that's eaten up by Bettens. And he's going to chuck it downfield, and it's going to be out of bounds.
Gilman again.
There is that Gilman again. So that's a reference to a school in Baltimore that used to clear it by just chucking it down the field. Sometimes it worked for them, sometimes it didn't, but that's widely known across the lacrosse community as a Gilman when they just chuck it downfield. Ooh, wow. That's a
That
goal.
might have gone in.
That's a goal right there.
That was a goal there.
That was a bar down, right? So it hit the crossbar, went down inside the goal, and that's going to count as Will Kramer closes out the third quarter, pushing the lead to 17-6. Excellent snipe from top center.
Folks, that is a frozen rope. Extremely nice to see right here. Bar down all day. Bedford High School Lacrosse, 17-6 going into the fourth quarter.
So we'll reset the clock to 12 minutes. We'll head into the fourth quarter. And Coach Smith has had some struggle on the defensive end. I might actually have to give a little bit of trouble to Coach Paul Kiernan, too, as he's running the defense back there.
Assistant number 4, Derek Greer.
But they've had trouble all day. It's been a struggle. Bedford's come out. They've held good possession. They've made some good opportunities happen, and they've cashed in on those opportunities.
Well, like most lacrosse games, Corey, I mean, it really boils down to the ground ball game. Whoever's going to win the ground ball game usually comes out on top on the leaderboard here, the scoreboard here. And I just think that Bedford's absolutely been tenacious between both hashes, whether or not that is riding or getting really good ground balls on the defensive end. Number 27, Quinlan Kerr, has absolutely been a force out there. As I've said before, fantastic leadership on the defensive end, and that really shows on the scoreboard here for Bedford.
The senior captain has certainly been all over the field today. A lot of clearing, picked off passes, takeaway checks. He's had quite a game, and it doesn't necessarily show up in the scorebook because he doesn't have a goal. He might have an assist. I'm not quite sure. But he has been a playmaker on the back end, getting the ball up and out and into his offense's hands.
We can give him a couple hockey assists. How about that?
Done. And so we're going to see some substitutions back here on the back end for Bedford. As Quinlan Kerr, we were just talking about, is going to take a rest. Brady Burke will come in his place.
It looks like they're keeping the first line attack out there for the Bedford Bulldogs. Looks like they're going to try to run this up a little bit more, try to make a statement game here. It's very important, Corey, going into the season here for your first game, make a statement, put up a ton of goals, make other teams really think about when they step into this realm here.
So apparently that penalty was locked in.
It was locked in, yes.
As we just had a man down, man up, or odd man face off there.
It's interesting. Concord didn't bring up an attackman for the on the face-off.
I don't think you can anymore. That might be a rule change in our tenure, Hubie. I'm not sure you can do that anymore. As Maniello steps in time and space, a good save there by Colby Bettens.
Shows how old I am, I guess.
Must be an old head over here. Evan Schmidt to Greer behind. Greer patient. They look to set up a play. Now, I would guess that Coach Joe Hansmeyer wanted them to run their man-up offense and get a good shot here, but
time and space.
Maniello. Toscano finds a cutting Greer, and he's going to dunk it in. A little fake high, go low, and his shot finds the back of the net for his second of the day.
Nicely
Junior
done.
attackman pushes it out to an 18-6 lead with 11-12 left in the game.
Greer out there acting like a sleeper. It's kind of in and out of topside crease side, and just lulled the defense right to sleep and came around. Easy dip and dunk.
So those quick little guys that are shifty. The lefties always get you too. Great cut, and he was able to cash.
Still locked in penalty here for Concord. 3-on-1.
We're gonna have a procedure. I'm not quite sure what. Oh, they
What's the
left
procedure?
the box there a little bit too early. So
Mm-hmm.
as the players were still locked in, Concord came out of the box during the faceoff, which you are not allowed to do until somebody has possession. So
Assistant number 1.
that ball goes to Bedford. They clear it out rather easily. And now the
Even
penalty is
strength.
released, and we're even strength. We'll go back to 6-on-6 lacrosse. Legal procedure there, and that's why the Bulldogs got that. So Maniello cuts, finds Greer, goes back to his left, now back to his right.
Greer's been
Maniello,
instrumental here in the third and fourth quarters.
playmaker. Maniello cuts back to his left, take another step around. He has a goal there, but that won't go. Steele on the ground ball.
Well, good move, Steele.
Gets away from pressure. Maniello down to Greer. Greer over to Schmidt.
Concord's playing man-to-man here again. Maybe a little bit of a zone.
Schmidt gets the inside roll, can't quite get it to go.
Yeah, I'd like to see Schmidt move that ball. Plenty of guys open there. Concord seems to be ball watching a lot, no heads on a swivel. Meaning that when one guy takes it, everyone's kind of looking at that one guy. Meaning there's plenty of people open for a time and space shot.
Sure is, and now Concord back with the ball. Ooh, good hustle by
great
Arbusto.
hustle. Great
Gets the
hustle.
ball into his stick. Now he's going to get the offense
He
started.
tiptoes.
Cutting Greer. Greer finds the
Oh.
cash.
Excellent.
That's hustle right there by
Mm-mm.
Arbusto. Getting the stick in the way. And Greer's going to get his hat trick for the first game, and it goes to a 19-6 lead, 9:21 left.
You gotta love those hustle plays right there, Corey. That's tenacious ride right there. Able to take it in and get the nice assist. Great job, Greer.
Excellent cut there. And of course, the defense is reeling at that point, and it's a quick change in possession, and they're trying to get hustle back into the box to prevent any kind of situation. And tough one to recover from. Now Beaton picks up the ground ball.
Yeah, Josh Beaton. Great job today on the wing. He's
He's
another one of those hustle players, absolutely getting all those ground balls, making every single second on the field really worth it.
So Beaton hustles off. They make some substitutions. McGee finds Steele. Steele wants to go top center. Gets to his right hand.
Oh, off the
Chucks
bucket there.
Chucks it off the melon of one of the Concord defenders, and they back it up nicely as it came near side. And Marshall Riedenauer saw where it went and was able to get possession.
That's why we wear helmets here in lacrosse, folks. Right there.
Sam Nickel gets to his left hand,
Ooh.
runs through a couple checks, but not all of them. As
Tried to
Parker
do it himself.
Henrishon came through with that check.
A little too much. Again, for Concord, you got 7 minutes left. You're down by a plethora of goals. I think it's really important just to get in your offense, work it around, get some touches, and get a good shot. No need to force it.
Matt Desmond finds Beaton. Beaton to Greer. Greer, a little roll. He looks across.
Oh, the freshman.
Can't quite get it to go. Kuliza was ready, and Bettens made an excellent save, shutting down the 5-hole there.
Ooh,
Henrishon can't quite come up with that.
Another Gilman. Looks like he's going to work here. Oh, good
And
trouble.
Nickel, yes,
nice.
he does. Sam Nickel comes away with his second goal. Good scrappy offense there. They were able to cash in on that unsettled situation.
Great underhand dish. Great finish. Picking up the trash.
So 19-7. Clock running here at 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter here.
Assistant number 93, Parker Savoy.
Yeah, that's a great play by Savoy. Understanding where his guy is. Simple underhanded toss over to him for the cash. Another win here by Concord.
They get it into the offensive end. 6:30 left here in the game. Sam Nickel gets the ball back in his possession. He's guarded there by Brady Burke. He's going to take his time and get some of his offensive teammates back on the field. And now he's going to go to work.
Good take.
Little split dodge back to his left. He's going to run through 2 checks, pull hard, and it's a bit wide left.
It's a good take. A little
Sure
slow
is.
on the first slide there for Bedford. Like to see a quicker slide.
Backed up there. Good pry check there by Brady Burke. He gets it out. Nick Hadley comes away with the GB. He looks all the way across the field.
Good handle. Good
There you
handle.
go. Ryan Ashburner comes away with that. And he gets checked there.
Dangerous.
But Parker Henrishon comes away with that ground ball, and they do get it over. But Maniello can't handle that pass. Goes off of his stick. And some sloppiness here in the final
A lot of sloppiness.
few minutes.
Tarbell.
Oh, can't quite come away with that as they found Nate Doherty there in the middle. And finally, Sam Nickel picks up the ground ball, comes away with it, and Coach Smith's going to call a timeout.
Timeout here for Concord. Got 5:03 left in the fourth quarter. 19-7 Bedford Bulldogs.
So it's been a little bit of a slog for the Crimson Tide as they got out to that 1-goal lead. And then it's been all Bedford since then. It did get back to what? It was a 6-goal deficit at one point, 12-6.
Some ebbs and flows definitely in the beginning of each quarter. Looks like Concord was trying to get their act together and definitely making some better offensive plays, some better defensive decisions. But it seems like on the tail end of each quarter, Bedford just comes out swinging, and they'll get at least 4 goals each and every quarter by some of their top-line midfielders and top-line attackmen.
Nicely played. I like the reference to the Tides for the Crimson Tide. Well done, sir. 5:03 left here, and the adjustments are just about over. A 12-goal lead is rather challenging in 5 minutes. So we will likely see the Bedford Bulldogs come away with the first win of the season in their first game on their fresh new turf. And Coach Joe Hansmeyer will be pleased with the effort overall. Ground balls, a significant factor here. And you can usually tell the intensity of your players by what the ground ball story tells. And we have seen the Bulldogs come away with their fair share.
Yeah, you know what, Corey, that's what you want to see. You want to see all your kids out there really happy. You want to see them high-fiving one another, hugging one another. And I like the fact that no one's really, just taking it by themselves. There's a lot of good stuff to go around. A lot of good passing, keeping the ball hot, extremely good looks. And again, I can't say it enough. I think the ground balls are definitely the factor here in this game.
So quick scoring summary here we have for the Crimson Tide. Actually, we'll get to that after when we do have another break in the action.
Ooh, pass in the middle. Good GB.
Will Enders comes away with that, the long stick midfielder. Comes away and gets it all the way into the offensive box. Sees a cutting Josh Beaton, but decides to dish off to Max Maniello. Maniello drives hard. Lefty goes back to his right, and he'll get a bouncer to go. And that's Maniello's third of the game. He'll get a hat trick in the first game of the season. Now it's 20-7.
He is feeling hot right now, to tell you the truth. He's ready to roll any sort of shot in that net.
Max Maniello.
So we'll get to that scoring summary now as Sam Nickel for the Concord Crimson Tide has 2, Fred Tarbell 2, Brody McGonigal 1, Eaton Tarbell 1, and Dan O'Brien 1. For the Bedford Bulldogs, Connor Augusto led the way with 7 goals. Greer and Maniello had 3 each. We have Schmidt 2, Magnus Steele 2, and then Kramer, Kuliza, and Toscano each chipped in 1 for a 20-7 lead here with just under 4 minutes left here in the game. And Coach Smith is going to take another timeout.
Absolutely.
He saw his midfielder was in a little bit of a trouble there, Odei Kazungu. And called the timeout with 3:44 left. He wants to talk about it and set up his offense.
Yeah, Corey, I think we're right here. You know, you're talking as a coach. You know, you're saying, listen, don't really look at the scoreboard right now. Still a 0-0 ball game. Doesn't really matter. It's all about getting better out there. So hopefully the Concord Crimson Tide comes out able to move the ball around, get a good look, at least get a couple more on the scoreboard here.
Yeah, get into your offensive set, right? You have to start looking to the next game. This one clearly is not going to go in your favor and hasn't since the first face-off. So get into your sets, get into the offense that you want, hopefully get a good look and cash in on it. From a Bedford standpoint, I'm going to guess that they're going to want to get out in aggressive defense, right? Get in their gloves, try to get a turnover, get that ball on the ground, get the GB up and out.
Absolutely. Let's get some sweat going, get in inside and outside. Definitely get on their hands. Be extremely aggressive as you want. You know, you have the cushion. You can be aggressive, and I think this is where, as a defensive coordinator, you kind of challenge your kids. Say, you know, let's get a ground ball here. Let's see how many ground balls we can get. So on both sides, I think both teams understand what they need to do. 3 minutes, 44 seconds here in the fourth quarter. 20-7, Bedford Bulldogs. Concord with the ball.
So Tarbell will restart here over to his brother, Tarbell, and wow, oddly, they have an open man after their second pass as Sam Nickel ripped. Looked like it might have been tipped there outside by Will Enners.
It definitely tipped. I don't think he was trying to fly that high. I'd like to see him work it a little more around, get around the horn a little bit more. Look for another rip here.
And there you go, and a good save there by Matt Desmond. It looked like it was going wide, but makes the possession a little bit easier there.
Yeah,
Quinlan Kerr, though, takes his eye off the ball, and that'll go out of bounds. That's a tough one there. 3 minutes left, and Concord would reset with the extra man. Oh, off the pipe there. Good rip there by Tarbell. Goes up and out.
Off the steal.
Backed up behind by Dan O'Brien. And Bedford is back to even strength here. So we have 6-on-6 lacrosse resuming. Tarbell, over to Tarbell. Down over to the side to Parker Savoy.
Yeah, let's see a skip pass here, Corey.
There it is.
Skip right there.
Couldn't get it through, though, as Quinlan Kerr's got the radar going. And
great stick by
Quinlan.
And
the Hoover going.
Great stick. Eureka, great stick.
And he gets it back to Desmond. Takes his time, walks it up, finds a cutting midfielder.
Oh, very nice.
Zach Griffin right there by the 50.
Good clear by the Bedford Bulldogs there. Great clear by Griffin.
Greer's going to settle it down. Just over 2 minutes to go here in the game.
Oh, do not take your defender in there.
Greer runs away from pressure. Get it out to Kramer. Steal. And now back over to Griffin.
Let's see a little bit more movement around for the Bedford attack. There's a lot of kind of standing around in your own positions. I'd like to see maybe a more fluid movement down below. Keep that triangle below goal line steady.
Little cut through here and there. Go across the face of the cage. Get some movement. Get some action. Concord, easy clear for them. Tarbell, excuse me, that's not Tarbell. That was Brody McGonigal. His shot was low and eaten up there by Matt Desmond.
Oh, dangerous pass.
Clearing pass all the way up and out. That's probably the first mistake we've seen Quinlan Kerr make. As
a little bit of a buddy pass there.
Nick Headley could not come up with that. You're right. Those buddy passes are tough. So we refer to a buddy pass, a long looper. Somebody has their eye on the ball the entire time, and one of the other players can come in with a body check and really catch you off guard.
1 minute remaining in the period.
Tarbell steps it in. Get it to O'Brien. And now to McGonigal. He'll roll and find a low right-hand burner. That gets into the low right-hand corner.
You know what? I like that take a lot, Corey. You know, it's a lot of things I used to tell my kids when I was coaching. You know, good upside, good topside roll, good topside dodge. And then what you want to do is that you want to take the goalie off of his guard. You want to shoot through your defender. Shot right through the defender's legs. Goalie had no chance.
Yeah, he drove left hand, got back to his strong right hand, and was able to get a little mustard on it. You put mustard on your shots? Ketchup? Relish? Just mustard.
You know what? I like the Frank's Red Hot.
Okay. So 10 seconds left here, 20-8. And the Bulldogs will come away with a victory as there was a nice check there for Will Enners, and that will close it out. They won't get a shot off, but they will get the victory as the Bulldogs take it home, the first win of the season and their first game of the season. It's been great to see spring sports resume here this afternoon. Hubie, it's been a pleasure to chat with you and have you in the booth with me.
Pleasure's all here, Corey. Great first tilt here for the Bedford Bulldogs. Looking to be a really strong season here.
We
From
appreciate
us here in the booth, Brian Hubert, Corey, fantastic. Have yourself a great day.
Have a great afternoon. Thank you again to George Cox on the camera, and congratulations to the Bulldogs. We'll see you next game if and when we can.
Go Bulldogs.
Have a great evening.